Hi, everyone. I see there's already a couple of people in the chat. Hello, Lynn. Marie-Lynn's with me on the live stream here. I see Gary. Nice to see you. I have with me Marie-Lynn at Little Homestead by the Beach and Christine, and we're a little bit late because we're having some technical issues. Hello, Little House in the Big Woods, Melissa, and hello, Scott. Maybe Scott can help us. Actually, we're running into issues. Kristen is on an Axon or Axon phone. I don't know how you pronounce it. She's having electrical issues, and everything seems to be going wrong tonight. And whenever she puts herself on, there's a big echo. We seem to hear ourselves really loud. So the way we're going to do it, I uploaded it for Friday. Okay, yeah, I'll be watching that a little bit later. What we're intending to do is I'll be asking the questions, unmute Christine so that she can speak. And, whenever I have questions, I'll have to put her back on mute just to remove that echo from happening. So I guess first thing I'm going to do is let Christine introduce herself. You there, Kristen?
Okay, yes. Hope everybody can hear me. Like he said, we're having a lot of problem. So I'm here sitting in my car tonight to talk to you. I can't be in my house because there's no more electricity. We had some problem with the snow coming down from the roof, and it just took the electric line, the chimney, everything. So there's a big mess waiting for me inside. But we're gonna try to answer some question the same. I'm only on my cell, so I might run out of power too. So let's see what we can do tonight. So my name is Christine Haché. I already made a little video with Remy before, so I'm back again this year to do a little update on my little homestead.
Yeah, Scott,
Yeah, Scott,
about
talking
see
about
what it's
see
doing.
what it's
You're talking about having YouTube open, but it's not the case. We were just, even before we were live, we were trying to fix that issue, and for some reason, it keeps happening. So, my first question for you, last year, you asked people to give your homestead a name, if anyone could come up with a name, and you were able to find one. So, what is it, and how did you come up with the name?
Well, a friend of mine saw the video and she contacted me. She had a really bright idea. She said, why not combine Randall's name and your name and call it a ranch? So I really liked the idea, but I couldn't just leave it uh, just be ranch. So since we live by the Upsequitch River, I decided to name it River Ranch.
Oh, we might
Oh,
be
we
losing you
might be
again.
losing you again.
We're
We're
having, okay,
having, okay.
there you
Is
are.
it back?
Yep. So the problem is not that she's running something in the background. I was googling it before the stream, and it's a problem known with the phone. So for some reason, even if when she had her headphones on, she was having issues. Hello, cells. So just a quick response to your homestead name. Yeah. So Randall is her boyfriend's name, and her name is Christine. So it was RAN for Randall and CH for Christine. So it made the name Ranch, which is a pretty good idea. Um, First question for you. Well, it's actually my second question now. When did you first realize you wanted to homestead?
Oh, I don't have a really set time, but I always wanted to do stuff for my own, like do stuff myself. And I started growing my first garden on a balcony of an apartment that was in Calgary. I didn't even get to taste my vegetable because I moved too soon. But anyway, I just really enjoy the experience. And when I did find a house, I just kept going, and that was in 2008. So really, it all started there. And just watching a lot of documentaries about how animals were raised and what we're eating at the store, it was just too crazy for me. I couldn't keep up with that, so I said, no, I gotta raise my own animal and make sure they have a really good life. And that way I don't have to be a vegan. I don't have anything wrong against vegan. I just love meat. So I raise my own animal, and they have a really good life here.
That's pretty cool. And it's funny that you mentioned that because a lot of people that are homesteading for some of the reasons you just named. You know, they don't want they don't want to eat meat from the store because for all kind of different reasons and for reasons you just spoke about. Me personally, I try to stay away from that meat because I always seem to get sick whenever I eat meat from the store. If I eat those pre-cooked chickens, I know that I'll be spending the night up, my head in the toilet, and I'll spare you the details. Um, when when you first started back in 2008, maybe since you started, what were your biggest challenge, I guess?
My biggest challenge was probably the lack of knowledge about everything about the farm life. So everything I started, it was always reading a lot of book and looking on the internet and looking for the right way to do it and trying stuff and failing a lot. And I would say, yeah, a lack of knowledge, that was the biggest challenge.
Hello, Arizona. Hi, Desert Homestead. It's the first time I see you here. I'm very happy to have you here. And yes, it's always best to know where your food comes from, which is why I will raise all my own meat. Yeah, we're pretty much all the same. Um, Eating food from your own garden, even if you eat just simple lettuce, it tastes way better than what you buy at the store. And people that don't have their own homestead or garden will never know the difference. Hello, Michael. Um, why we aren't in a position to raise our own meat, but I am thankful we have farmers within 5 minutes of us where we can get our beef, pork. Yeah, that's another alternative, I guess. Especially if you trust the farmers and you know how they raise their animal, it's another really good alternative. Now that you're on your new homestead, beside having the technical difficulties that we had earlier, what's one of your challenge?
Well, I'm still starting stuff, new stuff, so pretty much the same challenge from the beginning. And then you always have surprise. I would say that's a big challenge. Like today, it's not just my house that got damaged; it's also my chicken coop. There was a piece that I couldn't reach on the roof to remove the snow, and I made kind of a run, and it was just a plastic on top. Uh, uh, a hard plastic, but it wasn't hard enough. So anyway, when everything came down, it caved in. So that's new stuff to repair and all that. So challenge every day.
Yeah, there seems to always be something happening. Hello, Danielle. Welcome to the chat. That is just as good. I'm glad you have that available to you. She was probably talking to Lynn. What's up? And then she's replying. We get to see the animals are raised and treated to what? Yeah, this is a very, very good thing. Um, what is, if you had to name one thing, what is the one thing, and maybe Marilyn, you can answer that question too and introduce yourself later after. What is the one thing that you like the most about that lifestyle beside food itself?
Well, for sure, the food is really good quality, but it's also good just to spend time outside and not always be in an office to work. Working for yourself, sometimes it's long hours, but it feels so good at the end of the day. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So, That would be the biggest thing I love about it. And when I do eat a plate of like a supper that completely come from my home, it's just the best.
Yeah. Marilyn.
Yeah, like Kristen, it's for the deconnection of the workplace. When I come home, it's about a 30-minute ride. The smell is not the same. And you go to your garden, and it's just so relaxing. I'm not sure about the animals because it's not that relaxing. Why do I hear me myself?
Yeah,
Anyway,
no, we hear you fine here.
okay. Uh, yeah, the animal is not that relaxing because they always need care, but the garden is so peaceful. So animals is twice a day, 5 minutes each time. Gardening, I can sit and stay there for hours.
Yeah, it feels like you could stay there forever.
Mm.
Um, and why don't you tell us just a little bit about your homestead, Marilyn, since might be some new people in the chat.
Well, I'm in northeastern Quebec, on the estuary of the St. Lawrence River. Uh, I'm here with Christine because I studied with her. My bachelor degree was with her about 15 years ago. We finished that. Uh, and when I started the rabbits here, Christine was my first person I talk about it because I saw she had rabbits. So I asked her a lot of questions, and she was my expert on it when I began. And I still have rabbits because of her, probably because I didn't know what to do. And
It's
so,
a small world because I
yeah.
remember I think the first time I saw Marilyn online on one of the live stream, I think it was on one of Darren's Thorhaven Farms live stream, if I'm not mistaken. And you said something about one of your friends that had a homestead,
Mm-hmm.
and not too long after that, I went over and visited Christine,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember you writing in the comments, "Hey, this is the friend I was telling you about."
Yeah, I was
Then
so
Darren
excited
replied,
to see Kristen over there. So, ah!
"Yeah, it's funny how the world is so small." And then Darren
Yeah.
replied almost right away, saying, "You know that he saw some stuff on Christine's homestead that he figured he might be using on his own homestead." So it's kind of funny how everything just turned out to happen, and I'm hoping that I'll have a chance to go see Kristen again because I simply love everything about her homestead. She has a nice property, and I know that she has a lot of potential on that land. And we'll probably talk about her upcoming projects as well in a couple of minutes. Hello, Luis Mastro Mateo. Hello, everyone. Um, Hello, Angie and Mike, me and you Acres. Um, One question for you both. Maybe we can start with Christine. What is, I ask you what it is that you like the most about the lifestyle, but if we talk about your homestead specifically, what is the one thing about your homestead? Um, what aspect do you like the most?
Kind of hard to choose on that one, but I would say it's the land. It's really just the trees, and I'm a forester by trade, so really everything about trees is my place. So that would be my favorite thing here on the homestead.
Because you have a really big land. You have what? I think it's 100 acres, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I moved here just for the lane. Really, I was looking for a lane. I wasn't looking for a house. I already had a really great spot in Balmoral. But when I found the lane, it came with the house. So I said to Randall, "You gotta come and see this." I said it's a really nice spot for us. So anyway, he didn't even saw the house. We just drove in the road to get here, and he said, I'm home. This is my place." So, yep.
Nice. I just had I just had a chills for a second. Hello, chicken coop for a soul. Marilyn, how about you?
What was the question?
What's one aspect that you really like about your homestead?
The tranquility. I have neighbors, but they are quiet and they are not that close. I mean, I can see their house, and but we are have a lot of trees around, so we don't hear them a lot, and they are quiet. Uh, for me, well, when we visit the house for the first time, uh, for my boyfriend, it was the beach because he grew up on the beach, so he needed the one. He needed one. For me, it was the land. If you want to, on 1.6 acre, I can't talk about the land very much, but it was a space I could grow a garden on it. It was my thing.
It might
So
even if you say it's just 1.6 acres. I think I have like 1.2 acres here. When you compare that to someone living in the city, it's still a lot because I've seen
yeah,
some
it's a
houses in
lot,
the
but I
city.
can't. I don't want to call it a land because for me, a land is much bigger. You know.
Hello, Ren's Homestead.
Yeah, Chrissy
Yeah,
won't talk.
Chrissy won't talk. Yeah, I started in Balmoral with only 1 acre, and it was pretty full by the end of that 10 years. So just to say you can make a lot with just 1 acre.
Definitely, and I have a book here that talks about. I think it's a quarter acre that you can basically um, grow all the food you need for a family of four, and of course you would still have to buy salt, sugar, and even milk. You might need to buy milk because not everyone has a cow. I guess that flows well with my next question. Um, what percentage of food that you eat that you would say comes from the land?
It's really hard to say. I don't really track, but I don't buy a lot of stuff at the store, so that's a good thing. I do track the money I spend at the store, and it never went any higher through the year. So, and knowing that everything is way more expensive now than before, and I do eat a lot of, like, I'll buy organic vegetable, I'll buy the stuff that is expensive at the store, and I still didn't get, like, my budget is still the same. So and I get out, like, I'll have $100 grocery that's gonna last me a while, like, because I don't buy a lot of stuff there. So if I would have to put a percentage, it's for sure it's above 50%. Like, I don't buy any meat at the store. I don't like the vegetable. I do buy some stuff because there's some stuff I can grow year long, and I love a lot of vegetable, but I do can a lot of it, so I have, like, at least 2 meal a day that comes from here for sure.
Nice, and that's one thing last year I remember when I went at your place, and maybe this is something I can show next time I go if you allow me to go again. Your pantry is just amazing. Like when it was the first time for me to actually see something like that. I know Annie at Back to Basics Homestead has one, and she showed me a couple of pictures the other day. And I know a lot of homesteaders on the chat here probably have the same. But for me, as a beginner homesteader, when I saw that pantry and all the mason jars that you had there that were full of food, I was just like, wow, this is something I can like. This is something people do. This is something people can actually make. Like I was really amazed of how much food you had on your shelves. Like to me, everything was supposed to go in the fridge, and just to see everything you had on your shelf, it was just like blew my mind. How about you, Marilyn?
Well, it's hard to tell because I think, like Christine, we are a family of two, so we don't feed a lot of mouth here. But I think I could tell about 75% of my food is from my gardens and the rabbits. For sure, for the meat, I could just eat rabbits, but sometimes I want to eat something else, right? So I can buy some meat sometime, but I don't buy fruits and veggies. And for this year, for the first time, I don't buy mushroom anymore. I grew all my mushrooms last year, so I'm okay with that. It's all in the freezer. And yeah, it's the staples things like flour and sugar and things like that that I can't have enough here. So
Cool. And I think that if I started looking at what I eat here, um, it would be hard for me to put a percentage to. I might be at anywhere between 15 and 25% at the moment. But then again, I was just, talking with my girlfriend the other day, and I was like, do you realize that for the first time ever, and like Kristen said, the food is going crazy right now, like the prices are going up, everything is expensive. Um, the last year and a half, maybe, since I've started homesteading, I didn't have to go in my mom's to get something in her freezer, like, and it's not, I'm not even ashamed to say it, with 5 kids, with one salary coming in the house, everything is so expensive that sometimes I had to go in my parents and say, Mom, look, do you have anything in your freezer that I can eat tonight, because I don't have anything to cook for supper? And right now, um, just a little bits and pieces from here and there. I have moose in my freezer. I still have a lot left. I have some rabbit meat. I still have some chickens. We had the last turkey, I think about 2 weeks ago, that we kept some of the meat for sandwiches and stuff like that. And this summer I'm intending on getting pigs again. They won't be on my property, so the neighbors can't complain. But Serge was on the chat earlier, and I intend to have pigs with him. It's just a matter of going as soon as we can to get the stuff done, get the fencing ready, the little barn. I'm just hoping that we can get that done um, quick enough. The snow has to melt, but I also want that to be done before I actually need to order the animals, because I don't want to be in a situation where I'm not sure if I have a place for them yet. Am I going to have time to finish? I don't want to have that stress. So I'm just hoping that I can finish everything up before I get the animals in. But I still want to have some chickens. I still want to have some turkeys. I might even get some quails. I guess I'll have to see. My next question, you can both answer that one as well. Uh, what animals do you have at the moment, and what animal would you like to have that you don't have at the moment?
Well, on my side, right now I only have chicken and rabbit. The pig are gonna come this summer only, and I'm gonna have some quail coming. I have some eggs that are going in my incubator pretty soon, and I will have turkey too. That's gonna be added to the homestead this year. Later on, there's more project, but the barn is still in the in the projects too. So we're gonna start with the small stuff first, and we're gonna keep on. Where we already started our pond, so later on ducks will come for sure, and probably more.
How about you, Marilyn?
uh, well, chickens, Chanticleer chickens for dual purpose, for sure. Just a few because I don't want to have multiple dozen of eggs for to eat. I just eat a dozen every 2 week. So and maybe well, I don't want it because I don't want to milk it. But my boyfriend is drinking so much milk. It would be nice to have a cow, but I won't milk it because I don't want to do it.
Um, I currently have a couple of chickens. I have some rabbits. Um, In the summer, once everything is moved at Sel's property, I intend to have more chickens. I What Kristen has, the way she had her little chicken coop divided with the roosters and a few hens to get the eggs to put them in the incubator and reproduce them, and she keeps the roosters, and you can always eat the hens if you want, but you can put them aside to lay some more eggs, or you can even sell them. There's a lot of there's a big market for laying hens. This is something I'd like to do. I had to sell my Rhode Island Reds. Unfortunately, Kristen, I'm sorry, I had to sell them because of the village and everything that happened, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to go and get some again this year. I'll get them as chicks again. I can keep them in the house. They can't even come and bother me if I have them in the house until they're old enough to go out. Um, I'll have. I want to bring my little barn at Sal's property. He's okay with it. He's agreeing to that too. I really want to have more turkeys. I don't know why turkeys grow up so fast. Um, there's so much meat, and I love not the killing part, but I love butchering turkeys compared to chickens. There's so much more space. You can put your hand in there and remove everything you need to remove. Like I find it easy. Um, I want to have pigs. I don't have pigs at the moment. I want to have pigs. Um, if everything goes well and Cells doesn't choke me by the end of the summer, uh, we might get to the point where we want to have goats and slash or cows. I know Cells has his own plans on his own property, and I'm willing to help him with whatever he needs, and I'm hoping that we can get something going. Now, my next question: if you could grow any fruit tree in the world, if you could grow anything on your property, what would it be and why?
I think it would be a banana tree, just because it's something I really can't grow here, and I do eat a lot of banana, so that's one thing I have to buy from the store, and I can't have it here. So yeah, it would be the banana tree.
I have the same answer. I see. What's their name? Black Tropical Homestead. I see what they do, and when I saw the video the other day with the banana trees, I'm like, wow, you can get so much bananas out of just one tree. It's crazy. Now, of course, you put them on your counter, and 2 days later, they're already gone. But you can always freeze them and make smoothies and stuff like that. So I'll just say, well, I'm just gonna go into the chat for a second. Life with Belinda and Chuck, welcome to the chat. I see his dad and mom loves for our grown children to come and help themselves. I'm sure my parents are happy to help me, but at some point, I think they are hoping that I can even do better on my own. Um, I always come home from my parents with a handful of toilet paper and towel paper rolls. Yeah, parents go and find everything on sale, and they put some aside, and you can go and serve yourself. Um, we are the same. We do our best to show our harvest. It's so much fun when you can see everything that you have on your counter, in your fridge, in your freezer. There's no other feeling like it. Share harvest. Okay. Get pigeons. Yeah, I don't think I'll get pigeons. I don't have dogs to train. Peach tree. Are you sure that you can grow peach tree on your property? Because I think that you don't have zone 5. I think, right? So Angie, I think you could have that on your property because I think you're in zone 5. I know here I can't because I'm zone 4, but I'm so close to being able to. Sal is saying, I'm all in. I need young blood. So yeah, I'll be trading my young blood to help Sal do whatever he wants in exchange for a place to put my animals. But keep in mind, I'm 38, and sometimes I feel like I'm 70. We have an apple tree growing. It's on its second year. Hopefully, it will fruit in another other year or two. I don't know how long they take to fruit by the time you put them in the ground for like first time. I have one apple tree that I planted from seeds. I'm waiting to see if it's gonna keep on growing because it's only just like a foot long. My brother planted one maybe 5 6 years ago. It it's really growing well. I haven't seen any flowers on it yet. It might be a case where I might have to put some.
Stop talking, Remy. Christine wants to
Yep,
talk.
You need 10 years for your apple tree to produce.
10 years. Pineapple trees. Okay, good answers in the chat. I'm growing lemon trees to grow in house. Cool. There's a friend of mine that grows orange trees in her house. So it might be an option for you, Kristen. I know, I think you have like a small porch in your house. It might be an option. You might be able to grow a banana tree right there. We want to do peach trees. I understand they seem to produce fruit in shorter time than some other fruit trees. It's something that you might be able to do in your area. You can do dwarf banana trees here in Zone 5. That would be cool. I'm guessing there might be something that you can do in your porch. Oh, so you're in Zone 4. I thought for sure you were in Zone 5. Greenhouse is a good option. Squab, it's a delicacy. Cool. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is though. I'm gonna have to Google that later. From seeds, it took 12 years for me. Okay, that's cool to know. So that question was already asked. Okay, so next question is a little bit more for Christine because Marilyn, obviously you already have a channel. People already know where to follow you. Um, Kristen, have you ever thought about having a YouTube channel? And if so, why did you do it, or why do you think you would do it eventually, or why didn't you start yet?
It's not something I'm looking into. I'm not too much of a technology person. I have a hard time operating my cell, let alone filming and making videos. And I like to chit chat with people and let them know what I know and just share information. But doing this wouldn't be for me every day, that's for sure.
Okay, fair enough. There's a lot of people in the chat here that have amazing channels. If you want to learn some more stuff, I know most of them are also open to answer questions if you have any questions about what they're doing. Also, um, now since people can't follow you on YouTube, do you have any other social medias where people can follow River Ranch Homestead?
I do have a Facebook page. It's a personal one. I didn't make one for the farm, but it would be something that I'm interested into. But I'm not the kind to keep it up really much. Like I'll post picture. It's gonna be a year old on Facebook. Like I'm really bad at keeping up with internet. So I rarely go on my computer. I don't watch TV. So really, it's something. It's hard for the people to know what I'm doing. Besides coming here and talking to me, but like I said, the Facebook page for the River Range, that's something I would like to have probably later on. Probably as we grow and we have more stuff, I'll have to find a way to reach people. That's for sure. So, but
Cool.
really, beside that is contact me, my personal page, Christine Haché. That's it.
And you have a picture of a moose, so if you find her, you'll know that it's her. She had a big bull moose, I think, and she's kind of taking a picture with the head of the moose right there. Um, I know that you also sell stuff from your homestead. Um, what exactly do you have? And if anyone wants to see the stuff or buy some stuff, how would they do it?
Um, for now, I didn't sell much. I sell a bit of egg, a bit of relish and stuff like that. It's more a family thing than anything else, family and friend things. So I don't really sell on big scale. But really, when people want something, they just call me. But beside that, I did start a little hobby. I'm gonna try to show you that. It's a spoon that I burn. Wait a minute. Like I said, I'm not too good with this. I'll try to get one out. I can't even angle there. So I burn. I started that. Really love it. I just burn everything on spoon. I chose spoon because they're easy to get and they're made out of wood. So and I just like to draw stuff. So wait, I'll try to show you another one. Jeez, I'll need you, Remy. You gotta come and help me.
Two
So,
that ones.
like I said, I do all kind. Well, there we go. Another one. So it's like I said, it's all burned. So when I do have a bit of time, I do that stuff.
How much you sell them?
I'm asking $5 for the spoon. So till now I didn't even post it anywhere because just people coming here and seeing them, they're buying it. So I have a hard time just building my inventory. But as you can tell, I'm starting to have a lot, and I do stuff on demand too. Like if somebody asks me they want, I don't know, a rooster, I'll make a rooster. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so I was just opening another page. Here's what I'm gonna do. This is not what I wanted. Just a sec. Just bear with me for a second. Um, so what I'm gonna do, if I can find the page, I gave it to Angie the other day, and now I'm looking for it, and I can't find it. StreamYard.com/giveaway. There it is. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I see 13 people in the chat right now. I'm gonna do one giveaway right now. I'm gonna personally purchase a spoon from you, and I'm gonna send it to whoever in the chat here wins. It can be Canada or the States. I will personally pay for shipping. I will send the money to Christine if she wants to do it, of course. Um, if not, I can go over at her place and I'll buy it. So what I can do is um, I'll have to figure out how it works. So the giveaway tool, I think that's the one here. So Angie, are you still on the chat? I'm just wondering if I have to click start collecting comments before people start writing them down. I think so. So all you have to do to enter in this draw is write hashtag spoon when I say go. Okay, is it? Do I have to? I'm just wondering how it works. Do I have to click start collecting comments? If anyone in the chat knows how to do it. So yeah, we will go with hashtag spoon. I'm just wondering if you have to write it down before I click start to collect. Hello, Grey Wolf Outdoors. So you're just on time for a giveaway of a personalized spoon from Christine. So I will personally purchase a spoon from her and send it to you, whether you're in Canada or in the States. if you want to participate. I'm just trying to figure out if I have to click start collecting comments before you guys write it down, or only after it's done. So if anyone has the answer to that, leave it in the comment. I'm just not sure how StreamYard giveaway works. Those are lovely. I'm gonna put myself in the draw and try to win one myself. Okay, well, we'll try it both ways, I guess. So just put hashtag spoon, and you will be put in the draw if things work out.
If
And
not, I'll do the other draw. I'll buy it and do the other thing.
cool. So you'll have one spoon sponsored by myself, and we'll have another one sponsored by Marilyn, Little Homestead by the Beach. So I'll give you a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds at least. Don't hesitate. Hashtag spoon for a giveaway. I see 3 people already. 4. I'll have to share my screen. 5 people. Oh, that one's lovely. I love that one. Cool.
I prefer the birdies.
Okay, so is there anyone else that
That
wants?
one.
Yeah, that one looks
I
good.
love it.
Anyone else wants to get in the contest? Hello, Northumberland Acres. I know the name in my head, but whenever I try to say it, it never comes out right. Northumberland Acres. Welcome to the chat. Okay, so I'm gonna try to share my screen. I'll put that on the second screen, I guess. So share screen. I'll go with screen number 2. Share that one. So you guys can see that. I wonder if I start collecting now. Okay, so I have 7 entries, and I think I have myself in there. So if I win, I'll do another one. So here it is. Winner, Luis Mastro Mateo. So you can just send me an email. My email is in my about page. Just send me an email telling me who you are and give me your address, and I'll get in contact with you. I'll put it down here. Spoon 1, Luis Mateo. And I'll get in contact with you to see exactly what you want, and then we can give your request to Christine, and she'll do it, and I'll pay her, and she'll send it to you. I'll put us back the way we were before, like that. There you go. So congratulations. So those were the only questions I really had. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the homestead, about your upcoming projects? Is there anything that's coming in the summer that you want to share with us?
I have something that is coming way faster than summer. I'm gonna produce my own maple syrup, so it's gonna be my second year really. We wanted to try it last year. We found some tap in the wood that was just laying around. So anyway, we decided to tap some trees. And one of my friends said, "No, I want you to really get the feeling of it. So I'm gonna bring you more taps." So we ended up having 18 taps last year. We made 3 gallons of syrup, and it was amazing. So this year we're going quite big. We're going to try to have 250 tap. So we're more than doubling this year. So a big setup. We're all with the piping. So no walking in the wood for the buckets, so it's gonna be easy. The sap's just gonna come to us, and we're gonna boil it. And we were really lucky that that one friend that really wanted us to start, he gave us an old stove that was just in his pile of junk. It wasn't no good for him anymore, but anyway, he gave it to us, so we just put all the love we could in it and brought it back to life. So we're gonna boil with that this year. I don't know if it's gonna do the job or not. We really don't know nothing about it, but that's a new project, and that's one more thing that I can add on the homestead that I don't have to buy anymore. So hopefully, the whole family is looking for having a bit of syrup. That's why we have so many taps, and hopefully we'll be able to boil. I'm hoping for 40-gallon, but we'll see what the trees are gonna give us. Yep. So that's one new thing for us. Uh, just to let people know, last year we started. We were right in the open with just an old stove, like a uh, living wood stove that you would put in the house there. It wasn't made to boil at all, and we enjoyed it. And this year we just had a little carport with the plastic on top. That's all we're gonna have to protect ourselves, and we're gonna be boiling in there. I was lucky enough that my mom bought me some big container to collect all that sap, because it's gonna be flowing pretty soon. So I'm gonna have to collect and then boil. So that's like I said, new stuff that I gotta learn to do, and it's really fun. I really enjoy it. I love spending the time outside. And right now we're all waiting for our garden. We're starting our little plant, but really there's nothing to do. So maple syrup is the best for to add anyway on the homestead. So that's gonna be new, and hopefully later on you were talking about the summer, so we're in the process to mill our wood for the barn. So the barn's not going to be here right away, but we're going to prepare the wood, so everything is ready, and hopefully the barn is coming pretty soon, and more animal. I am looking into cows. I'm a bit like Marilyn. I don't want to milk them, because not only that, it's not the work to do it. It's more the quantity of the milk. Like, it's too much for only two people. So probably it's gonna be more for the meat. But maybe goat though for the milk. They produce a bit less, and they're quite easy to handle also. So that could be in the future for sure. So that's one thing that I have adding. Um, Last year you saw I have a lot of fruit tree. I'm still adding some this year. Like, I can't count how many I have, and the goal is to be able to sell. Sorry for that, a little bit of problem on my end there. So the goal is to sell some of the fruit tree
Oh,
and
you're
maybe
frozen.
sell
That's what
The
happened.
phone, the phone call frozer.
Yeah, she might be back in a couple of seconds. So
okay.
Marilyn, you
Couple of
want?
seconds.
Oh,
So
okay,
Yep.
there you
Marilyn,
are.
you were. Oh, okay, there you are.
Continue, Kristen.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
lost you at some point.
So it's working now. Tree.
Kristen.
More fruit
Yeah, we
tree.
lost you.
And there
Is it
she's
working?
frozen again.
Am I back on?
Well, there she is frozen again.
Yeah, it froze. Is it working or is it still frozen?
It's working.
Working.
Oh shit.
Oh, and now she's gone. Okay, we'll try to get her for the conclusion, or maybe her phone died. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
having issues with their electricity and internet and their phone, and a lot of stuff was going wrong for her. So, Marilyn, are you really sponsoring a spoon for someone?
Yes.
So, the next spoon will be from Little Homestead by the Beach. So, everyone can go check her channel out. She speaks French in her channel, but she has the subtitles in English. And I mean, you can talk to her in English if you want. She has some pretty interesting stuff also. So, we'll go with the hashtag spoon2. Let's make it simple. So if you want to win a spoon, you can write it in a comment. Kristen is back. Or I thought she was back. But you can start writing
Okay,
everything.
is it working?
But you can start writing everything.
Yep.
Is it working? Yeah, good. No, I didn't met cocaine. No, I want to sell more fruit. And the garden is already done.
So we lost her again. So it's spoon 2. Little house in the big woods. Spoon 2. Don't forget the 2. Spoon 2. The spoon 1 was already done. So hashtag spoon 2. Number 2. Like that, yeah. Little house in the big woods. If you want to be in, it's hashtag spoon2. Okay, oh, Kristen is struggling a little bit. There she is.
Sorry, we have the generator going on, and my internet is back on in the house. And the phone was trying to get my Wi-Fi, so I closed the Wi-Fi, so I'm just on the internet on the phone now.
We don't hear you, Remy.
I was on mute, so I mute
I hear
myself.
you,
I
Marina.
was on mute, so I mute myself. Make sure
Uh, just mute you for a second. Yeah, spoon hashtag spoon2. Little house in the big woods. You didn't put it right, so I'm okay. There you go. And if there's anyone else in the chat that wants to participate in this, it's the same thing as the first one. Hashtag spoon2, like this, and you're entered in a draw for a customized wooden spoon from Kristen at River Ranch Homestead,
Come
sponsored
on,
by
it's my first sponsor. Go. Participate.
sponsored by Homestead by the Beach. So I'll give you a couple more seconds. So how many fruit trees would you say you have, Kristen? How many different
type.
I have at least 50 trees for sure, probably more. I have pretty much all the fruit, like I said, that I can grow here. Just in apple, I have at least 10 different kind of apple. So I try to grow a lot of stuff. Like if one fail, one will probably succeed. So that's my goal. And I'm trying to add like also the same fruit, like small fruit. Like if you want to collect a lot, you need a lot of bushes. So I'm trying to reproduce them. I'm still buying some just to
You're lagging now. You're lagging very bad at the moment.
I am reproducing it's back on and try with my iPad if I can connect.
Okay.
So if you don't mind giving me, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, I'll try to go set up inside.
Perfect.
Okay, just as I'll be back.
So fruit trees like chicken meat.
Check.
You never have enough.
I'm not on mute. Okay, I was just trying to see if I was on mute. No, I didn't get an email address yet. I'll check to make sure it didn't come in my spam. So I'm guessing you're not a fund investigator, so you're probably not that spam I just got. Could have been worse.
Enlarge your things.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
I have a lot of that.
It's just that I have a couple of emails on my cell phone because I have my way old email from way back in the days. Oh, in the chat. I didn't see. Let me see.
No, I didn't see it neither.
No, I don't see an email in the chat. Did you get my email address?
On Messenger or?
I don't see your email address anywhere.
Thank you, Northumberland.
Yeah, I'm a little bit like that too. Like I'm more of purchase seeds and then you end up with a bunch of seeds kind of guy. That's my math. But fruits is also another thing. The only thing that stops me now is because my house is for sale. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with that. I'm just waiting for the perfect opportunity. If I can find a house where I can keep my animals. The offer that Selge is giving me, I mean, it's way too much to pass on. Also, if worst comes to worst, I'll keep this property. I'll plant a bunch of fruit trees, and I'll keep my animals at Selge's place. But I would rather have my own spot, But it is what it is. Nothing stops me from buying a little piece of land in a few years if there's a need for it. We have apple trees, cherry trees, and planting pear trees this year. Nice. Pear trees is something that we never think about. For some reason, I have in mind that you need to be like in a warmer zone, but
No, pear trees are growing good. I had my first pear last year. It was that big. It was nice. I have 3 pear trees, and they're going okay on my 3B zone.
so let's do. Can I put that bigger? Let's see. I'll just put that for now. Okay, let's start collecting comments. So there's only 5 entries this time. Let's make a draw for second spoon. It'd be funny if it was the same person again.
Hey, Annie.
Ren's homestead. All right. Hello, Hanny.
It stays in New Brunswick.
Yeah. Ren's is in New Brunswick. Hanny, you just missed a giveaway. It wasn't really planned. It just happened. Yeah. I get, though, there might be some confusion because when I did my thumbnail, for some reason, I wrote that it was at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm sorry for that. I will have other giveaways, though. I'll put your name, Ren's Homestead, you too. Well, I have you in the group on Facebook, so it'll be easy to reach you. Spoon to Ren's Homestead. I'll write it down. So we'll just wait a couple more seconds for Kristen to come back. No more eating soup with a fork. Moving up in the world. Now, you might not want to eat with those spoons. They're so pretty. You might want to put them in your collection. I don't know. It's up to you. As long as you don't go and scoop the pigeon's poop with it, should be fine.
Aww.
So yeah, it's custom design. You can just I'll get in contact with you either on Facebook or you can send me an email or let us know what it is you want. Shipping is not going to be that much since it's in New Brunswick, so then you got lucky on that one.
Yeah.
So just a reminder, Marilyn from Little Homestead by the Beach was sponsoring that spoon. In a couple of weeks, I will have a friend of mine that started a company for making soaps, and I will have a couple of giveaways in that live stream as well. So stay tuned. I will have to go on a Thursday night though because it was easier for him. I
Yeah,
will be
I will
on
be
the
on
31st of
the
March.
31st March.
So yeah, on the 31st of March, if you're around, it will be there will be a couple more giveaways of homemade soaps. So you're back, Kristen. Are you on your iPad or you're still on your phone? Or you still to be seem to be back in your car? So what happened?
Can't get the iPad working. Like I said,
Oh,
technology is not, it's not for me. So I I could hear you going on, so I said no, I better go back on the phone. It's my only choice.
all right. So hello, Wicked Awesome Gardening, and yeah. So we have Louis Mastro Mateo, the one spoon that was purchased by me. And the second spoon, sponsored by Little Homestead by the Beach, was won by Ren's Homestead. Um, so you were talking about your fruit trees, and you kind of froze there for a second. Um, so you were saying you have a lot of fruit trees. You have apples. You have. I didn't quite get what else you have on your homestead.
Wow, the list is very long. I have apple, pear, plum, chums, cherries, raspberry, blueberry, ascap. I think honeyberry they call it in English. Um,
Well, I
then
think they're
currant,
Well, I
called
think they're
ASCAP.
called ASCAP.
ascap too. Okay, and currant and gooseberry, grapes, and they're kind of kiwis. They're mini kiwis. So I didn't taste them yet on my tree. I did taste them from somebody else, and they were really good. So I have that too. And like I said, I have a lot of different kind, like in each fruit that I have. So like just the gooseberry, oh, I must have 5 or 6 different kind of gooseberry. The apple, like I said, it's at least 10 different kind of apple. I have some. I bought some that are ready like early August, the earliest you can get, just for my pig. And I have the one that are gonna be ready only in October. So I have them all in between too. So I should be getting apples all the time when they will produce. Uh, Beside that, it's hard to think. I think I mentioned them all. Not sure.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And I have currently two apple trees. I also have some ascaps. I think I have like five different um, ascap bushes. I'm not quite sure. I know I have some honeyberries, and I know I have like three other types because you need two different kinds to pollinate themselves. I have some blueberries. I have a lot of strawberries, and I'm gonna have some more. I have some raspberries also. I want to get some plum trees. I want to get some cherry trees. My the oldest son here loves cherries. It's not something that I personally like, but since he loves them, I might get a couple. How about you, Marilyn? What kind of fruit trees do you have on your
I
property?
pretty much the same as Christine. I don't have the chum because I don't really care for them, but uh yeah, and beside that, yeah, the plum, what the plums I start them from the pit is the blue plum. It's classic one. And I start the hazelnut, Corylus cornuta from your place. It's from I think Saint-Quentin. They are coming from, and yeah, I started them maybe 2 years ago. I planted them last year, so I will see this year how they go. And I'm searching again for more because I don't know. My boyfriend wants like 100 of them. I don't know how many squirrel we will have here, but anyway. Uh, and yeah, I have apple tree that coming this spring and uh yellow raspberry. Mm, that's about it, I think, for this spring. I have the pain de Korea pine for the pesto.
I don't know what that is.
It's well, you eat. It's the kind of seeds. Seeds in the pine cone are bigger, and it's what you use for pesto normally.
Okay. A question for you, Kristen, because you probably had more Haskell berries than I did. What would you say they taste like?
Oof, a mix between blueberry and raspberry. That would be my best bet, I would say. Blueberry, I don't know. They just look like blueberry. So when you put them in your mouth, you're imagining that. I don't know. But really, it's a bit more sour on the sour side than the blueberry. But if you pick them at the right time and depending on the kind you have too, they will be a bit sweeter or not, depending. But yeah, between blueberry and raspberry.
Yeah, that would be my guess. My best guess. Also, I only had like 4 or 5 berries last year, and I let the kids try them. Out of the 4 bushes, I'm hoping to get a couple more. Well, I think I will have to get a couple. Yeah, and the thing is, I guess that you need at least 2 different bushes, 2 different types. And there's a website somewhere I can try to find it again, Annie, and send it to you, where it shows what kind of berry bush, what kind of bush you need with what kind. Like you need to have specific kinds so they pollinate each other because they're not all. They won't all be a good match, but I
Yeah,
mean, pretty
compatible.
fine. If you go at Canadian Tire, they're probably going to sell you 2 different ones that are, do well together. And guessing you can do jam with them. Do you do that, Kristen?
My tree didn't produce enough for that. They get all eaten fresh. But yeah, they would be great in jam. I already tasted some, but it wasn't from my place. But it was really awesome. But for now, me, it's fresh eating. And yes, you do need a male and a female to produce with that tree. And the borealis, if I'm not mistaken, is a male, and the indigo is another one. And they flower at different times. So the female, you gotta know which one goes with it. Me, I just have the two male and pretty much all the female available. So they should be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah. I think you can make jam or something like that. We have a ASCAP farm near here because we are in the north, ASCAP like the north, and they do a lot of things with it. But they do a beautiful barbecue sauce with it. It's really good.
Good to know. And I would have to try to see if I can propagate them. Uh, I purchased some from a company that they made me sign a contract that I was not allowed to do that. But then again, I purchased some from Canadian Tire also, and I didn't sign any contract with them. And I mean, I'm not going to sell them to anyone. Just want to try to propagate them for myself and see if that works. And if that works, I mean, I can always give a couple away.
I think you can do like potatoes. You you put the soil on the base, and the roots will take in the soil, and then cut it. I think.
You mean you would take like the branch and put the branch like on the
Now,
ground?
well, you have
Sort
your plant,
of. Uh huh.
and your plant will do. other branch, and like you bury your plant a little bit, and the branch will root in the soil, and then you cut it.
So I'm wondering if you could plant them straight in the soil, like cut a branch and put it straight in the soil, a little bit like you would do with
Maybe.
grapes. You can do that with grapes, I think,
And
depending
G
on
made it.
the
They
plant.
did it with blueberries. It worked great.
Hmm.
So,
Hi, Tracy. Welcome to the chat. You
hey,
missed a couple
Kristen.
of giveaways. Unlucky for you. Um, Maybe we can do another one. I'm up for it. I can sponsor another spoon. If it all depends on Christine, she's gonna be the one that has to go to the post office to pose them. But I'll be sending you the money, and Marilyn will be paying her as well. So are you all right with that? Do you have enough? Do you mind, or if you don't want to, it's fine.
No, no problem on my side.
All right.
All
Can
right.
you show them a little bit, Kristen, for those who just came in the chat?
So I will be sponsoring a third spoon. They're custom made wooden spoon. The design is done. She's doing a burn, like she's burning them to do the design, and they're simply amazing. She sells them for $5. So what I'll be doing is I will be paying the shipping, and I will be purchasing one for a lucky one of you. To do with my blueberry bushes that need to move, I'll bury the bottom foot of the shrub, and then later on cut each bush into a dozen. Okay, if that works, cool. I've seen a video where the guy would take the branch and just simply push the branch down, put some soil and like a rock on it, and he would just remove a little bit of the bark, or I don't know if it's called the bark on a bush, but anyway, you would just remove it a little bit, put the soil on it, and put like a rock to hold the branch on the ground. And then after a couple of weeks, the roots will come out. So I might be trying one of those different thing. So let me go and open StreamYard giveaway again. So we will go with hashtag spoon3. So if you put spoon3 in the chat, you will be eligible for the draw. Canada or the States, I don't mind. It'll give me some time to give the money to Christine, and she'll have the time to do the design for you. Often shrubs that you propagate. Okay, so I'll give you a couple. Yeah, they're so nice. I love the spoons.
But for the ASCAP, I find more like a mix between blueberries and currant.
Is it my about page?
Everything.
Just a sec. Go. If you go on my about page, Louis, there's a place that says view email address, and once you click on it, my email address should pop up. You might have to click saying that you're not a robot, but it's there. Details for everyone. For business inquiries, my email is there. So to enter in the giveaway, just put hashtag spoon3. Love it. Love them. Hashtag spoon3. Tracy, if you want to be in it, hashtag spoon3, like Wicked Awesome Gardening did here. I'll give you a couple more seconds, a couple more minutes. If you're indeed a robot, Tracy, then you won't be pressing anything because you will not know what the question is asking. Nice try, nice try.
That's one for you, Annie. The sunflower.
Yeah.
About the spoon, they are not protected or anything, so you can cook with them, no problem. I have one that I've been using for more than a year now, and it's the design is staying on. So what you can do to protect it, if you do use it for cooking, you can put a bit of oil on it once in a while, especially if you wash it often. So it's just going to protect your wood, and it's going to last longer. But if you do want it for decoration, varnish, they are really great.
Cool. So I will share my screen. There we go. I'm hoping you guys can see well. Let's see if I do it that way. Okay. All right. So Kristen, Annie saying that she would buy the sunflower one, and you might not need to ship it because I'm supposed to go at a conference, Eastern Ontario conference in May, and I could actually bring it to her there if everything goes according to plan. So let's see. Everyone in the chat that wanted to participate is done. We'll click on start collecting now. So there was 5 entries. That makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There should be 6. Back. Spoon number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Might be just a mistake. Okay, I see all the names. Let's see. So Maggie,
Yeah, you can redraw.
you want me to redraw?
Yeah.
All right. I
I
saw that.
Sorry, guys.
Okay,
Okay,
Tracy.
Tracy, the reason.
Okay. The reason that that's not what I want to do. Just a sec. I'll start again. Okay. I'll remove that. Um, the reason that yours didn't get in the draw is because you put a space in your comment. It's hashtag spoon3 all in one word. So you have a chance to redeem yourself.
So you have a chance to redeem yourself.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna lose you pretty soon. I'm pretty much out of battery here on my cell phone, and it's not charging fast enough in my car.
Okay. Well, we can conclude now if you have anything else you want to say.
Okay.
Well, I was really happy to be invited on this video, and if there's any other question, I'll be glad to answer them. I'll be glad to do another one, maybe in a better time where I can have access to my internet and everything.
Yeah, and maybe who knows? Maybe I'll go see you and do something with you again in the spring. Okay.
Yeah, if I go see Remy sometime, we will go together at your place for sure.
So let's try to get that going before you go. So now I have 6 names in there.
Hey,
Oh, Annie is the lucky winner of a spoon. So I'm guessing that she'll probably take
the
one
sunflower.
with sunflowers. She loves sunflowers. But then again, if you want anything else, Annie, you're more than welcome to just let me know, and I will get the information to Christine, and let's get that back the way it was. All right, so spoon number 3 was won by Annie. So I'll write that down. And once again, on the 31st of March, if things go according to plan, I will have another giveaway with a friend of mine that started a business of doing like homemade soaps and bath bombs and stuff like that. So we had a little chat before we started this live stream. So that's one of the plans. So congratulations to all the winners. I have your name. If you can't reach me or Marilyn through YouTube or our emails, I will definitely be seeing you somewhere. So okay,
Yeah,
so
we lost.
Kristen probably lost her battery. So we're gonna say our goodbyes. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Kristen. If you watch the replay, um, let's hope that things can get better for you, because she had a couple of issues with the snow, heavy snow, destroying her chicken coop and her electric.
Part of her house.
Yeah, part of her house. So let's just hope that it's not too bad, and you know she can come back next time. So thank you, Marilyn, for being with us. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I will see you again in the next couple of days. Take care.
Yeah. Bye. Bye, everyone.